Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to provide the tools for you to manifest anything. Anything. Why? We are in a holographic universe. Nothing that you see is actually real. This is quantum mechanics. Did you know that scientists do not agree on how quantum mechanics works? Because we don't have the answers. But we do know one thing. They are in agreement with the fact that our attention, our focus, our thoughts affect matter. And that all of the experiments that they've done, they realized that the factor that wasn't put into all of the scientific experiments for many, many, many years, they didn't factor in the human consciousness. In other words, they didn't realize that the very observation of the scientists and their own thoughts and beliefs affected the results. Did you know that two people, scientists are in agreement with this, two people can sit and observe the same situation and have two completely different realities, and both of them are right? Now, I teach this all the time, and I actually don't really look up anything. I've never studied this stuff or anything. But I just last night happened to watch one video with a bunch of major dudes, scientific dudes, and saw some things that I've been teaching for years. And what I want to tell you about that is that doesn't make me special. You have access to the same collective consciousness that I do and those major science dudes do. They're just focusing their attention in that area. And of course, they're passionate about it. You have something that you are passionate about. And when you focus on that area, those feelings, that happiness, that joy of doing whatever that is, with the focus, actually creates the probabilities, turns the probabilities into a real situation, brings it into your reality. The wave turns into a particle. They're not even on total agreement with all of that. What's a wave? What's a particle? What's happening? We don't completely know, but we know that things are not as cut and dry as we believe they are. So here's what I propose. There are no limits. And I think science continues to try and define things, and I don't think that's possible. The reason I say that is because I believe that the one, of which we all are, one energy, has no limits. How can it? It creates stars and planets and everything within all of that. And it's beyond our comprehension because we don't know what's out there. Purposely, we have our own little world here that we have to deal with. And this is your mission, is to use these powers and recognize them for good. Recognize your powers first. You have them. Everyone does. So when I get comments over on my channel that, I can't do this, or I don't know, or somebody just said, my subconscious is giving me negative this and that, I said, your subconscious is you. There is nothing separate. But you do have levels of power and, let's just say, frequencies of which you can access at any time. Your higher self, we always say the higher self, never loses touch with you. That's that silver cord that they talk about. When you detach, it's not the higher self that goes away. It's the body, the density of the body that the higher self is inhabiting. That higher self of which you are is totally intact. It's inhabiting and experiencing being human, inhabiting a human body. With that comes density. Why? Because that material is condensed. It is in here, me compacted, and we are really all that. We're all that power. So this is why I do meditations with you where we push our energy out. That focus on pushing your energy out into the quantum field actually connects you through your attention to it with that which you are, so you become aware and you start to feel it. I just did a 2-hour meditation last night, and I do my own meditations because obviously I connect to those. And I was so aware of how expansive I was. So we stay in here so much, we don't realize we are the quantum field. We are not separate from it. So this is why law of attraction, I'm going to do another video on why law of attraction doesn't work, not because it doesn't work, but what we're feeling and thinking about it doesn't work. So watch for that video, why law of attraction doesn't work. Quantum physics, quantum mechanics, when you realize that this is just science, and then science is recognizing that we are one power connected and affecting everything, that's pretty cool, isn't it? You can use that power right now. So if you sit right now and ask yourself, how am I feeling? How am I feeling? What am I thinking? Those thoughts, those feelings, those beliefs are all creating your reality. And you and I, sitting in the same room, will have two different realities because I may not be limiting myself. And that's why people think I have more power than them. I'm just choosing higher thoughts without the blocks. And when those do come in, because we are human, we have programming. You know, mom and dad said this or that, it will creep in once in a while, or you have a pattern or experiences where it will trigger certain feelings, and then you go into the same old patterns of self-defeating thoughts that you had for I don't know how many years, and then you have to catch that. That's why my 3-second manifesting without law of attraction is so popular. People realize we are manifesting with those thoughts. So quantum physics, quantum mechanics is telling you through science, not any woo-woo stuff or any concepts that you have to wrap your head around, that nobody has really proven anything. Quantum mechanics proves that all of that woo-woo stuff is real. And that monks meditating, you know, we always separated that spirituality from science, and now we're realizing that's science. Their focus and their ability to raise their frequency is what enables them to do unbelievable things like levitating, right? This is where meditation becomes so powerful. They're clearing out the negative thoughts to focus on that which is pure, beautiful, wonderful, your own power that exists right now. Quantum mechanics is real. You are one. You are the very energy. Now all you have to do is focus on that. Focus, focus, focus. And when the negative thoughts come in, use my 3-second manifesting, get out of that thought and start to realize that everything in your life, you alone are manifesting. Now, a lot of people have a problem with that because they say there's all these other factors. You're bringing those factors in. Those other people are playing a role in your life because you are shifting into that reality where you require a challenge so that you can become your higher self, or you have a challenge so you can break a habit, or you have a challenge because that other person needs to learn something. This is no chaos in the universe. So if you're in a situation, you have people that challenge you. Somebody said, do we have to have tests? They don't like the tests. Well, it's not really a test. I call them challenges, but a test for me is allowing me to say, am I going to my higher self? Am I acting and reacting in a certain way that is going to help me to evolve? And this is all good. So call it what you want. I like to use the word challenge. It's all good, and you are creating that. You're pulling it in because you chose a certain situation. You chose a certain role here. There is nothing that is random. When you realize this, you realize that you are operating 100% as the creator. Can you wrap your head around that? Try to, because when you do, you become so powerful. And use it for good. Use it for others. Use it to put good blessings, positive blessings onto this planet. It raises the frequency. And that collective that we're all one part of, we benefit from that. I feel that. When you put that in, and when I bless this planet every day, and everybody on it. Every morning I ask that everybody that chooses finds enlightenment, abundance, joy, health, and everything else that we came here to experience. It's all possible for you. You get to choose it. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. That's from the Master Key System. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.